Yeah, just the main deck. So we're gonna just basically get this fabric out of the way for a minute.
Okay.
And flip it up over the top of the roof of the roll bar. This is the front. This is what goes over your windshield. So we're gonna start with this and put it on the windshield channel while the windshield channel's upside down here in the back. So we find, there's a little notch right here. That lined up with this little centerpiece right there. These are the screws that we took out of the old one.
Oh yeah, we kept them.
And I'm going to put one in right there.
So what is this thing called again?
Well, this is a replay top.
Okay.
And the neat thing about a replay top is that it reuses your factory hardware. So this Jeep had original factory hardware still on it that was still in surprisingly good shape. So the hardware, the metal, the bows, and the windshield header last longer.
Right.
But the fabric wears out, and this, the fabric we took off of this is just totally thrashed.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to look like a brand new top, and all the fabric, of course, is brand new, but because you're reusing the hardware, you save a lot of money. So this is the windshield channel for the front, and I'm just going to put the screws through here and screw it back on. The first one of these I did, I have to admit, was really frustrating. I think it would have been kind of mean to make you just try and do this by yourself.
I appreciate that.
Really, the only tools you need to do this are a screwdriver, a Torx wrench, which we used a minute ago, and that's really about it.
Nice.
Safety glasses, the normal. So let's see what happens when we fold this back up over the top.
Oh.
Sits there for a minute. Okay, so we've got the fabric now spread out more or less like it's going to be.
Right.
We just need to attach it to the bows. You got that? So you can just kind of move this up a little bit and try and get that into the right spot. So then we do the back one. And this one, you can see, wraps around and then snaps. So it's not this plastic, that's for the window. That's just for the window later.
Okay.
It's these snaps here. So it goes around this. That's the other thing about these tops is that they relax, right? So right now this fabric is at the tightest it'll ever be. And if you miss a little corner here and there, sometimes you can go back and get that a little bit later.
Nice.
And next, I'm going to hook in this windshield header just a little bit. I'm not going to clamp it down tight, but I'm going to just hook it just so it stays down. The neat thing about TJs and later, so in 1996, or 97, excuse me, Jeep made all the Jeep bodies with this little indentation in it. And that made it really good for this because now the tops just pop right in. On older Jeeps, you have to put a bar on here to hold this down, but it's really great for this.
Yeah.
Now, this is not hard to do later. At the very beginning, you're too short to do this. So I'm gonna have you put these corners in, but I'm gonna pull down on this for you. Okay?
Got it.
Good. So that corner's in. How's that look? Yeah. Nope, that's it. Whoop, that's not in. You were right, I was wrong. Side windows.
Awesome. Nice and warm.
Nice and warm. That is this side over here. That is this side over here. Okay? These have a zipper. Matches up with the zipper here on the top.
Cool.
The trick to doing this, just to avoid the complication, is to kind of hook this in just really loosely right there, just to hold it for a second.
Cool. Ooh, too far. There we go.
We've got a rear window. TJ, in front of the doors, we need to get this door surround in.
Okay.
These are the original windows.
Right.
And they're actually in really horrible shape. If you look at this, this has been like restitched a couple times.
Yeah.
Somebody just tried to fix this themselves. And people do that, but it doesn't look great. And you can see the difference.
Yeah, you can.
This is just thrashed. So what we're gonna do, the replay top that I ordered for this Jeep actually comes with upper doors.
Cool.
And they're out there. So what we have to do now is take these ones off, and they don't we have to get a razor blade and cut them off, basically, throw them away. And then we'll put the new skins on these frames.
Awesome.
And that'll give us brand new upper doors to go along with your brand new top.
Sounds good. Holy crap, this was hard to get off, but we did it.
So the only trick to installing these really is to try and not get them all, you know, we want to keep them nice. But these use Velcro instead of being stitched in. So we
Nice.
basically just have to wrap it around. So these can be really tight to do. Yeah, because you want nice tight doors.
Right.
And so we actually recommend in the instructions that you use a shoehorn to help you get this in.
What's a shoehorn?
And that, yeah, pull. There you go. Okay,
All right.
that's actually hard to do.
It
The
was
trick
hard.
is definitely to undo your windows first. And that's nice and tight, but again, that's the whole point with the brand new top. So there's always a little bit of adjustment that needs to be done with these doors. And we use a really specialized tool to adjust these doors. It's
Okay.
it's only available in a few places. No, I'm kidding. What you do is this, you ready? We need to bend this door in so it fits a little bit better.
Okay.
And we're actually just gonna grab the top of it and bend it like this.
Wow.
And every Jeep door needs to have that happen. And then once you got it all adjusted, we're gonna trim this little weather strip. And we'll see how well that fits now. How's that look?
Pretty good. Maybe this internship was a little bit more than I bargained for.
So you're done.
Awesome.
That is a Pavement Ends replay top. And as you can see, you've got brand new fabric, brand new windows, all of the tabs and plastic canards, which is what we call the plastic wings that go around the edges, all brand new.
Nice.
And again, because you use the factory hardware again, reuse the factory hardware, you save some money. And I think it looks really sharp, actually.
I think it does too. It
So-
makes the Jeep look a lot better.
Yeah, it gives it a brand new clean appearance. That's actually one of the most cost-effective ways to dress up your Jeep, because these replay tops are actually surprisingly affordable.
So Jeff, now that the Jeep looks so good, can I borrow it for the weekend?
Now the Jeep looks good, you've learned how to drive a little bit better. Yeah, I'd say go for it.
Awesome.
See if you can come back without denting anything else, but have some fun.
I'll try.
No, seriously, take some friends, go up on some of these trails. It's one of the advantages of living here in Colorado.
Exactly.
So I'd say have fun.
Sounds good.
See you next week.
Next time on Pavement Ends, TJ loses her keys.